Hi, Joe here at Willie Cottage. Sorry, a day late today. Had a busy couple of days, and yesterday was a mini mission. So I thought I would just do some weaving today and try and get this fabric finished off, so I can get on to the next stage. Because the last couple of videos I've been poorly, as you all know, and I've not been able to touch anything with fibre anywhere near, but I've been alright this week. So I thought, I've got the clothes done and we've cut the pattern out last week, so I thought, well, before I can go any further, we need to get to the next stage, which is taking your fabric off the loom, and then I can fill it, and then it's a matter of altering my pattern before I get to the next stage. So I'm going to hang around for half an hour. I don't expect anyone to turn up from chat today because it's a double bank holiday weekend and everybody's off doing their own thing. We've just got back from town and it's just silly in time today. Right, so I'm just going to start off with 1 and 2. Right, I need to get this threaded in here. Hi, Anne. Just saying, it's I'm just going to do a bit of weaving today before we get onto this next stage. I haven't had a chance to get this dummy thing. We've got loads going on at the moment, so I've just no room in the studio. The whole house feels like we're in a disarray and nothing's even started yet. So I'm just going to get some weaving done, try and get this pattern, this fabric done. And I have no idea, my hair needs a cut. Look at the state of my hair. My hair needs a cut. It's just doing its own thing. It looks like it's not been washed for a fortnight, but it was washed yesterday. 1, 2, and then 4. I'll just turn you around a little bit so you've not got my arm in the way as much. Yeah, it's still there. It doesn't matter what I do. It's still going to end up in the way. But at least you can see what I'm doing properly anyway. That's what counts. So I probably won't hang around and keep you too long today. I've got to go finish off the rest of my garden. I'm putting my dyers plants in the ground, but they're not going in the space where I wanted them originally. I haven't had a chance to get that weather. It's only just starting to get warm here, and the weather's not particularly brilliant. I need the place I wanted to put all my dyers plants. It's just full of weeds, so I need to really have a good go at that and get them all dug up from the roots and sort all that out. But that's a couple of days' job, and my plants really need to go in the ground. You won't forget about auto wrap spinning. Auto wrap spinning. Oh, the 3 when you add a strand to the end of it. Is that what I mean? Yeah, I think that's what it is. Yeah, I've not even had a chance to do my art yarn video for this week neither. We had a guy over to do an assessment for the bathroom the other day for a quote, so we've had to get all that sorted out this week. So it's been one thing after another. I'm losing days. I'm losing days this week. 3, 4, 3, 2. No. I will get the video sorted out. It'll probably come out as soon as I've got it ready and I've got some space upstairs in the workshop to actually do it without a mess around me. So I've got all the Tour de Fleece wheels all lying around everywhere as well, getting ready for me to get blended up this weekend, so I can get them all sorted out and posted out as soon as they're ready. So you may get yours the end of next week because yours is ready anyway, because yours was the roving. So I'll get that popped in the post. I might even pop it in the post. I've got an order to go out on Saturday. I can't get out tomorrow because Phil's working all day tomorrow, so I'll post it on Saturday in the afternoon. I think the post office open Saturday afternoon anyway, and I'll throw your Tour de Fleece rovings in the post, and then you've got yours. The rest of it just needs blending up. 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2. Honestly, and do you always feel like that as well when you've been poorly and it just seems to take you a little while to find your feet again, and everything just seems to be chaotic and you can't seem to get yourself back to being organised again? It's just taking me a little bit longer than normal to find my feet. I don't know what's going on. 1, 4. Yeah, your rovings turned out really, really pretty. You're the only one that actually ordered any, so that's fine. It's not a problem. I'm just really pleased the way it's come out. And I might actually dye some up for myself in that way, in that colour theme. And spin that off with the Tour de Fleece and do a bat for myself if I've got enough left over. And do a bat for myself for those. Yeah, I think I might do it on that. And then spin it off on my little electric wheel. As a challenge, try and get it as thin as possible. That's my challenge that I want to do. Consistently a fingering weight if I can. Where are we at? 1, 2, 1, 4, 3, 4. Everything takes effort nowadays. Recovery is slow. That's what it feels like. And I don't think with us having such really horrible, what I keep calling the winters, lasted for so long. Because that's what it's felt like. The weather hasn't been any different from what it's been like in December for us. And it's just taken so long for me to find my feet again. 3, 4, 3, 2 again. And then been floored with that viral infection. That was nasty, that was. Yeah, it's not like me to be so slow at getting better again. And you know what makes me laugh? Is we started taking multivitamins as well and we still ended up in a bad state. It didn't help us get better any quicker. And then 3, 4 again. Take that one down. So I would say I have got maybe, let me just, I think I've got about maybe 1.5 meters left, give or take, on the back beam at the moment. So I really need to get a wiggle on and get this sorted out. I'll probably still be here on Saturday weaving this. And I've just spun up another 100 grams. Hiya, Bridie. It's lovely here as well. I've been out the front I've been out the back doing my grass verge and shilling it for the last couple of days. I did seen something about Grimness. I will reply to that when I see it tomorrow when it comes back up. Yeah, we've had a couple of nice days and it is getting gradually warmer. Apparently we're up to 18 degrees on Saturday here, which for us is like the height of summer. Don't know how long it's going to last for, so I'm trying to get as many jobs as I can done. But my dyers plants this weekend, I'm hoping will go down round by my cherry tree because there's a big bench sat on top of that and there's no plants there at all. But the amount of plants that I've managed to get from the seedlings, they are ready for going in the ground and they need to go in pretty soon because they're just drying out and getting wilting in the greenhouse. It's too hot. So they need to come out. So I thought I'll plant them around here, around my cherry tree. Hi Sadie, I'm fine, sweetie. You've been really poor the last few weeks, but I'm getting there, back to normal, love. Where am I at? So yeah, I'm going to put my natural dyers plants around the cherry tree, which I thought will look really nice. And then I'll get some more seeds in. And I froze the woad, but I've not planted them yet. I thought I would plant them just straight into the ground and do a trial, see if that works. Then if they start to germinate themselves, brilliant, and then they'll get through the winter because that's what they need. But we don't really get ground frost here. And then the rest of the seeds I will save and plant them up round about November time and then just leave them in the greenhouse to germinate through the winter. So I've cracked them, they're done. 1, 3, 3, 3, 4, 1, 4. So yeah, that's my next task. That's my task for the weekend, is to get that done. Right, take that one down here. Why is that keeps overtaking? And there. 1, 4, 1, 2. And then I've got my membrane to do my front garden. So I've got to go back out there. Get the strimmer on the grass that's decided to grow in between all the dead grass. Get that covered over. And then I can start putting in my plants for that section. So I've started getting them in already. Because I've been trying for 3 years to get this front garden sorted out. 3, 1, 3, 2, 3. 3, 3, 4. So what else have I been up to? Nothing, just running around like a blinking blue-ass fly. My birds are a bunch of fussy so-and-sos. And I mean the chickens and the ducks. We bought them because of the price of food, because of the war over the Ukraine. Obviously, we all know how much it's affecting us. If you buy anything that's made of wheat or whatever. And I did see an article back in the beginning of, I think it was the end of April, saying that farmers are feeling the pinch when it comes to the price of food, and they're saying that chicken in the supermarkets is going to be expensive, just as expensive as a piece of steak. God, I hope not, because if I don't buy Iona her roast chicken at least once a week, she'll have a fit. And the food that we have to get our girls, the only stuff that they really, really, really like, has just gone up to £17.40. When we started buying this, it's called Country Best, and it's got the layer pellets and it's got the grit in it, but it's got seeds and things like that in it, like a wild bird seed mix that goes into it, and they love it, ducks and all. But it's gone up from like £14.60 up to £17.40 just in the last 2 years. It's ridiculous. So I actually bought them a cheaper bag of pearl barley and corn, and it had like the grit in it. No, they would rather starve. So it got to the point that I've not fed them. I'm not feeding them their fresh food. That's a lot. Yeah, it is hilariously a lot. It's so expensive. Well, I got them this cheaper stuff, and it was £10 for a 20-kilo bag. So I got them that, wouldn't touch it. So I've been starving them of their fresh salad at lunchtime just to get them to eat the layers, the actual stuff they're supposed to eat. And they're leaving it, and they'll not touch it until they get really, really hungry. Oh, they're so fussy. So I've had to go out and get another bag. And my local Millburys, the feed centre, never had any in that I needed. So we had to drive all the way over to Cockermouth yesterday and then all the way back, which is, it's not just like round the corner to the next town. It's literally down the dual carriageway, along half of the, well, our motorway's not really a motorway, it's an A road, and then through into Cockermouth, and it takes about half an hour to get over there, and then back. So there was no way I was going to make it yesterday to my live chat. By the time I realised what time it was well too late anyway. Yeah, so it's just ridiculous. Flaming animals. They're all fussy. A lot of them, the cats and all. And it was Iona's birthday yesterday. Iona was 5. And she got a new giraffe teddy. Much to her much loved amusement. That dog loves teddies. But then she's not unlike known to bring a squeaky ball to bed. And it fall off the bed at 1 o'clock in the morning. She has to jump off to go and rescue it. Oh dear. Flaming dog. So yeah, I don't think I've got a lot more. I just need to, now that my cough's over and done with properly this week, I get the odd niggle. But now that that's done, I should be able to just get on with this. If I dedicate about half an hour to get on with it, or 2 bobbins worth on my flyer, and that gets a fair whack done, because that's already nearly 2 inches there, and I'm just getting through nearly at the end of this bobbin here, and I've got another one wound up. So if I could get through 2 bobbins a day over the next week, I should be getting ready to take it off the back beam. I know, ladies, we're on episode 572. We'll get there, and I'll eventually get this washed and cut off, ready to go on the to get started cutting out for making this flaming coat, which is where we're all wanting to get to. So has anybody got anything planned for the weekend? Are you going anywhere or doing anything or celebrating? If you're in retail, I do apologise, and I send my deepest sincere apologies for the way that you've been treated this weekend. Phil's working as well. He gets no bank holiday weekends. I miss the days when you used to get paid double bubble if you worked it, and there was skeleton staff. You want to make a hand-spun woven dress or a skirt and no, the royals are not for you. Yeah, you can do this pattern, this thing that I'm doing, if you scroll back on the other live chats, Sadie, is a panel. So when you look at clothes, they're all generally done in panel sections. So like a jacket, you got two sides, and then on the back it's always two strips, and then it's sew up the middle, and then they stick it all together. And the pattern that you get from a lady called Jenny Howard, she does it so it's simple. And once you've done it a couple of times and you've got your own patterns at home from like Simplicity and things like that, you will see that a lot of them are all done in panels. And if not, then you can make it into a panel. Like if it's one full front of a skirt or something like that, just fold it in half, the pattern, and cut through the middle and allow for a hem allowance. Then you've got your panels. And then once you've woven your cloth panel, you can fit those sections onto your pattern. The video that I did last week is the one cutting it out on a mock-up, and I show you on there the pattern and the way that Jenny Howard has it all set up on the panel. Now to weave, I mean, I always thought you said you didn't want to do any weaving, but when you get a weaving loom, she states that depending on your size, you need a loom that's at least 16 inches wide. At least 16 inches, depending on your size. If you're a size, say you're an 8 to 10, I would go with a 16-inch rigid header loom. If you were say a 10 to 12, then I would go the next size up, which will be, I think it's a 20, isn't it? A 20. Can you get a 20-inch loom? I think it might be that. And then it goes up to a 24, and then it goes up to a 32. But I would advise, if you're going to do something like this and you want to do weaving and weave your own clothes from your hand spun, on a rigid header loom, you want to be looking at least a 24. Sarah Howard, I did, but I figured out how to hem and get off the loom. So now I'm weaving. You've got a 32 loom. Oh, okay. That's more than enough. This is a 32 shaft loom, but I'm using the larger 5 dent on this. And it just means that I can. I've had to makeshift the weaving because the other header I've got for this antique loom is too thin, and I had to pull all my warp out and start again. So I've ended up with like 3 strands in each of these dents, but I'm still able to do it because it's a shaft loom and it's just easier. But yeah, Sarah Howard, you'll find her on Etsy. You'll find her on Instagram. I'm always sharing her posts on Instagram and the links to her Etsy shop. That's who I did my pinafore dress. I always wanted to do the dungarees, but I'm not too sure about that. But this pattern I've got is 2 jacket patterns. But yeah, if you just scroll through on my live chats, you'll see me talking about them. The last, I think it's 2 episodes, I think. Last week's one for definite. And then the week before, I think I talked about it. And then the first ones, I'm sure I did a live chat about using different fabrics and fibres and adding ribbons and art yarn and things like that into your weaving. So I mean, you can do it any which way you want it, really. It depends on how experimental you want to be. But yeah, that's in one of the very first live chats when I talk about the pattern and how I'm going to access it, how I'm going to go forward. And I blended up this fibre, which is actually a plied linen. This one here, so it's one of my art bats plied with a linen yarn. You've been working a lot lately, so far behind on my YouTubes, but we go back over them. Yeah, my live chats are usually about an hour, so I mean, just whatever. You can fast forward to the bits that you want, I suppose. That's not a problem. But this has got merino, alpaca sari silk, pearl fibres, and bamboo in there. So I mean, that's generally the crux of what's in this, and it's been plied with a linen. Hold on a second, because I just did it the other day. Oh, so a linen cord. I get this if you want to. I like using my linen when I'm doing my warping, because I find it just gives it a bit more strength, and the more you use it, the softer the actual fibre gets. And it'll have, yeah, as you say, it'll have a really nice drape. Whenever I do any weavings for my garments, I literally only spin singles and then apply it up with my linen. And this is from a company in Yorkshire called, I think they're in Shipley. is Airedale Yarns. You'll find them on Etsy, but they're on Facebook as well, or a Google search. Airedale. And it's run by a young couple that own this weaving little business, and they've got loads of different types of things. But Airedale Yarns, I've mentioned them before. That's where I get all my cones and stuff from. And this is called a Victor linen, which is it's a medium density linen. It works out as a 3-ply, but there's like 6 strands of linen in there. But that's the one that I use, and it's got loads of different colours. But that's what's spun with this. Yeah, when you've got all your yarns, you have to find alternative ways of using it, especially being able to sell it as well at craft fairs. Yeah, coming from Yorkshire, well, most of my supplies all come from Yorkshire. There's nothing here at all. There's nothing anymore. I even went up to the tweed factory up at Carlisle, and it's absolutely pants. I was not impressed with their products whatsoever. Right, so where am I at? 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4. Oh, behave, I need new sticky. So yeah, on my video chats, I cover all sorts of topics on how to get to this point. I just need to get it flaming done. That's all it is. I just need to get it done and out the way, and then I can 3, 4, 3, 2, Joe. Because this project's been going on for what feels like forever. I wouldn't expect from Carlisle. Yeah, we've got no industry up here anymore. No craft industry at all. The Carlisle Tweed factory, they've gone down the fashion route. And I showed samples a couple of weeks ago of a pack that I bought from there. 20 quid for swatches. And the stuff's not nice at all. Well, I say it's not nice. It looks like hand-woven fabric, and it's that sort of fabric that you get in your old ladies' blazers for dress sets. It looks like fabric's been used for that sort of thing. I mean, it's nice in its own way, but it's not what I expected from them, and it's, oh my God, expensive. For a metre of their fabric, they're wanting anything from 40 to 65 quid a metre. You know, like, talk about blowing your own trumpet when you're not even selling traditional fabrics, which is what I thought I was going to see. What are we at? 1, 3, 3, 4, 3, 2. Yeah, and 3, 4. Yeah, you can find the Carlisle Woolen Mill or the Tweed thingy online, and they sell a lot of their stuff online now. And the shop's changed around, because it was Kath that took me up a couple of months ago. 1, 3, 3, 4, 4, 1. And she said, well, where the cafe area is like tripled in size since COVID, and they're selling most of their products online. See you later, Sadie. So yeah, they sell most of the stuff online, and then sell in bulk order to big factories that make clothing and stuff like that. And definitely not for me. I wasn't impressed. 1, 4, 1, 2. Oh. Oh, get in there. He's winding on now. He's not happy. There we go. I lost my thread before I even got halfway across there. Right, get that in there. Right, next one, and wind on. So, what else? I think that's about it, really. Just trying to get jobs done, but when you've got priorities of other things, sometimes it's just, you just can't fit in enough stuff in one day. Right, that needs pilling, so I need to remember to pull that round. Right, winding on. Put that there. that should be fine. Another yank back. There we go. We got 1, 4, 1, 2, 2, 3. Oh. So I think I will let you get on with the rest of your day in a sec. 1, 3, 1, 4. Because I want to go and play outside in the sunshine before it disappears for the rest of the day. I've got another 3 bags of slate to go outside in the garden, out the front. Well, I say out the front, it's out the front of the back. The grass version looked an absolute nightmare with a fence stuck on it for the last 2 years. Well, it's been sorted. So I need to go out there and get that finished off. And what else do I want to do? Oh yeah, my Dyer's plant. I've got to go and clear the ground and move the bench so I can do that. Right, 1 tabby. Yes, I've got that to do. And then it's Friday. Thank you, Anne, for turning up. I didn't want to hold you back since it was my naughtiness being not arriving yesterday. And you guys were all on time. And there's Joe fanning around in the car. Nowhere to be seen. Right, 1 more, 3. Where's the next stripe now? Yeah, so I will probably be doing this on Saturday on the next live chat. I'll be over on Instagram if you want to come and catch me. And if anybody wants any Tour de Fleece, I've still got plenty open orders. So you've got till Sunday to get them in. So take care of yourselves. Oh, and the winner for my giveaway was a lady called Deborah. I did announce that on Friday, and I said that last week. Yeah, so Deborah won the free made bat. If anybody watched the video last week, I will announce it again when I do June's. And this month's Batty Club is cashmere, Chinese cashmere. So if you watch that, probably in the next couple of weeks, that'll be uploaded. I will do the video. I will get my backside and gear and get my art yarn video sorted out. And the warp thing that Anne mentioned, yeah, that one there, I'm going to do that one. That's the video that I was going to do. So I will get that sorted out, get my yard tidied up maybe, and take my spinning wheel out there and do that in there. Right, take care everybody. Thank you for being here, and I will see you next Wednesday. I won't be off gallivanting anywhere. Next Wednesday, definitely not. He's off for a week, so I've got no excuses. See you later. Bye.